Welcome to Anxiety Pool.
I would walk 500 miles.
And I would walk 500 more.
So I guess we're singing at the start of every podcast.
I like it, man. It helps me get all these emotions flowing, dude.
Yeah, episode 10. It's the premiere.
The premiere
of the video podcast. Isn't that exciting?
Yep.
All right,
I'm Nick, by the way.
Hey, my name's Mason. Look, I've got a name right here.
My name.
You've almost got it. No,
here.
It's not. It's over there.
Oh, it's that way?
It's over there. So
Is it that way?
I made this fancy little diagram here. This little overlay. Oh, shit. Overlay.
Oh,
here.
we're in a Venn diagram?
We're in a Triopolis. So this little thing here I made in about, I don't know, what did you say? 15 minutes? 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, you tried real hard.
So this is what we're going to be using for the meantime, since like we're pretty underprepared and pretty lazy, honestly. I'm pretty lazy. So for the audio listeners, if you want to see the video podcast, you can check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/C/anxiety pool or some shit like that. I don't know.
Well, the easiest way to get there is to actually go through our website, anxietypool.com.
Fantastic. Incredible, Nicholas. Let's start off. How was your week?
Exhilarating. As a first-time car buyer, I had a fantastic time trying to get everything situated, all the papers, visiting the bank, many emails back and forth, going to the dealership 3 fucking times, 3 separate days. It's quite fun. And I've been told that buying a house is probably 80 times worse.
Yep. And about 1,000 times more papers to sign.
Yeah, and way, way, way more expensive depending on what you get. Pardon me.
Excuse you.
Yeah. But after all this car hype, I've told many people the same thing. Right now, to me, cooler than a cool car is being financially responsible. And I do want a car. I do want to get into cars at some point. But I think that's going to be later on down the road for me. I need to definitely learn how to treat a car better before I buy something. I would want to keep that sacred to myself. Is that a good way to word that?
Sacred to yourself? You mean you just take care of it?
Yeah. Just take good care of it.
Yes.
Keep it close.
Something you would appreciate, I think, is the word you're looking for.
Sure. Appreciate, yeah.
Yeah.
When I drifted around corners and slam it into walls, I can't wait.
You were originally going to buy what?
I was originally going to buy a 2007 Audi S6, which is a V10 sedan. The engine was originally a Lamborghini. What's that model that starts with a G? A Gallardo?
Gallardo.
Yeah, whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah, the engine came out of that, and Audi modified it to fit in a sedan. But it's after talking to the tech, too much money after already buying the car. So we decided to bail on that. Yeah, and just got me a dinky little Ford Fusion. It's beautiful. It's got a touch screen, Apple CarPlay. I can do everything with my steering wheel. Hey Siri's awesome. Gets me from A to B. See, that's one thing that I already didn't appreciate instantly about the car that I should have is so if I were to get the Audi versus the car that I have right now, I would have hopped in the Audi, turned it on, and gone, oh, thank God everything works. Right now, I get in my car, push the start button, and I don't even think about it. I just back out of the driveway and leave.
I guess. I think your expectations are way too, you just assume things are going to break. That's a pretty negative mindset to rock your life with, that you're just waiting for everything around you to fall apart. No, I mean, it was one of the discussions that I had with Nicholas while we were chatting about buying a vehicle was that mileage doesn't necessarily dictate how, healthy a vehicle is. If a vehicle's been taken care of, you can have a car that goes 1,000,000 miles as long as it's properly maintained, or should I say you could have a motor that could run 1,000,000 miles. So it shouldn't immediately assume that if you see a car with 80,000 miles that in the next 20,000 miles you're going to need to do $40,000 worth of repairs. Of course, that's something you can research. There are pretty common things that fail on some of these vehicles. That's part of doing your due diligence and researching what vehicle you're going to purchase. Like Audis, when they get past like 100,000 miles, they usually need to have their timing chain replaced, which is like an $8,000 repair, if the car wasn't immaculately taken care of. So
which I could use $8,000 to straight up just buy another fucking car if I really wanted to.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, that's one of the things you got to research. So but yeah, no, I still think you made a good decision. I think it's a good car, other than the fact that it's a Ford. I would have gotten like a Toyota or a Honda or something.
I was looking at those originally, but it turned out that the Ford was just a better deal.
Yeah.
For how the market is right now, and the dealership already knew who I was, and other than that, potential job could come out of this, and like my mom likes to say, everything happens for a reason.
That's cute.
That's very cute.
You want to talk about that?
So we'll see.
About like what this job could entail, or like what you could be moving to, or how you feel about it.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in a sensitive situation because I work for family. Business is business. Nevertheless, if I can get a better offer, I get a better offer in order to use that offer to see if I can get paid more to do what I currently do with said family member, or just completely bail and start a whole new career, which has a shitload more potential.
Yeah. You bargain with them.
Yeah, like a better set career path versus this kind of carrot on the stick shit that I'm dealing with at my family member's establishment.
I don't know. Look, for me, it's like, look, if you reach out to them and you say, look, I have a much better offer. I think a truly loving and caring company or family member would be like, yeah, great for you. All the best to you. Like, congratulations. Even so, if they consider matching that sort of thing, I think that means that they truly value your work there. If they're like, oh, please, we really want you to stay, whatever it takes. So
I understand yes, it would be nice for them to take that offer seriously and pay me more and to feel valued to do what I currently do. But at the same time, I still feel like I would have a better time at the other job.
Yeah.
I feel like I would excel in that environment more. I would have a better time. I get to dress nicer. I'm not fucking dirty.
That's a plus. That's immediately a plus.
I'm actually like talking to people instead of just like throwing it up and seeing if it sells, shit like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I want. And I know dealerships work crazy hours, but I don't mind crazy hours as long as it's, fair for the most part. I'm pretty sure it's like you would work like you work a 5-day week, and they usually give you like Tuesday or Wednesday off, and then you always get Sunday off, and then you get one entire weekend off every month. So that's kind of reasonable.
Are you going to be like a sales guy?
Yeah.
So you know what you need to do, yeah? You need to go yard sailing. Yard sailing is like a very similar
bargaining experience.
Exactly, yeah.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
You're gonna be on the other side. You're kind of you gotta understand the mindset of somebody coming in to purchase a car. Most people are gonna come in with the intention of somehow acquiring a deal on that vehicle. So I don't know. I think not only are you gonna get a little bit of bargaining experience, you're also gonna get that kind of communication experience between a seller and a buyer. Plus, you can make some money. You ever seen them videos about Gary Vee?
No,
doing them.
but I completely understand reselling if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he does. He just goes
Okay.
yard selling, and yeah, people don't know what they have, so he just makes big money off of it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's exciting. I think a change of environment is always good and can drastically improve one's mood, especially when coming from a bad environment. You know, not that your previous environment is necessarily bad, but everybody gets a little drained when you stay at a single place for one time.
That's pretty much as simple as it is. I'm either ready for like a ridiculous promotion or a change in environment. I'm simply tired of waking up and going there every day. It's getting mentally exhausting. But let's see, what else did I write up here? We're gonna go to the shooting range tomorrow, right?
Yeah, dude, shooting. We're going shooting tomorrow. We're gonna take them damn cartridge and ammunition and going down there and.
Would you like to inform me and anyone else who's not in the know the proper, what would you call it? The 5 gun rules?
I would say the major 5 gun safety rules. I mean, it's kind of like 4, but then again, you can kind of do it 5s. And I found an article that, again, once I become less lazy, we'll create a link dump that I'll put in. But it's actually the Marine Corps for safety weapon rules. And the first one is, okay, and these are like the 5 main rules that you really need to remember to just never have any sort of negative experience with a firearm. I don't want to say it like that. Negative experience, you know, you might just not like guns, or you know, maybe you shoot something too big. One of the biggest things that people do is when they get a new shooter, they give them a much too large of a cartridge, you know, with a much too large of a gun, and that just gives them a negative experience. So, excuse me, let me burp. And then rule number 1, you got to treat every single weapon like it's loaded. You know, no matter what. You know, you're handing a firearm in a gun shop, you treat it like it's loaded. You're handling a gun at a range, treat it like it's loaded. Your buddy hands you a pistol that he just unloaded and checked the chamber in front of you, you treat it like it's loaded. It's as simple as that. It's like it's the number one thing you need to understand, right? Then you branch off to the second thing. One of the biggest things that you need to understand, you know, making sure treating every gun like it's loaded, never point a gun at anything you don't intend to destroy. Number 2. Okay, you know, that's you have a weapon of mass destruction in your.
All of them
hand.
are considered weapons of mass destruction?
No, I don't think so. But you should think of them like that. I mean, you could end somebody's life with this right here. That's it.
Yes.
Someone's dead. I mean, it's that simple.
My pointer finger.
So never, ever, ever point it at anything you don't intend to wipe off the face of this planet. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I thought everybody deserved that.
Here you go. Number 3. Always keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Mm-hmm. Right? You know, always like, you know, you got a gun, you get your finger there, bam. There you go. That's how you should. Bam. That's how you should hold a firearm. Yeah, not like this. When you're fucking waving it around, checking it out. No, you don't hold it like this. Okay, see, now we're doing the video podcast, and I'm like noticing a little bit of the audio listeners are gonna have no idea what's happening. Yeah, but you want to keep your finger off the trigger at all times until you have your muzzle pointed down range at the target that you're ready to destroy. Then you put your finger on the trigger. As well as rule number 4, always keep your weapon on safety until you intend to fire. Yep. And then number 5, know your target and what's beyond. I don't know if that's like I guess that one's not technically on the list, but I've always known that one is like always know what you're aiming at, what you're shooting for. You know, don't just shoot at nothing. Don't just shoot into the woods or shoot into the fucking sky, because, you know, what a lot of people think is, you know, you shoot a bullet, it just goes up into fucking space. No, what goes up must come down. So if you're just launching rounds into the fucking atmosphere, those are raining hellfire on somebody. So cut that shit out. So know your target and what's beyond it. If you follow those 5 simple rules, treat every weapon as if it's loaded. Never point it at anything you don't intend to destroy. Always keep your finger off the trigger. Keep it on safety until you're ready to shoot, and know your target and what's beyond. you'll have a good time with guns. Simple as that. Easy peasy. Yep. So we're gonna go shooting tomorrow. I'm gonna bring my Rock Island Armory 1911. I should have actually. I've got it right here. I can show it on.
As Mason's doing this, I want everybody to know that I love you dearly, and nothing will change that fact.
Okay, look.
Back.
So here's what I want. We're gonna start this immediately, and I'm gonna immediately show you how I am holding this firearm. Okay, I've got my fingers away from the trigger. I removed this firearm from my bag. Okay, let me get the mic up here a little bit closer so I'm not so. Okay, I'm going to first remove the magazine. Okay, then thank you, your binoculars. I will then check the chamber of said firearm always during this entire process. Making sure I know where my muzzle is. This is my Rock Island Armory 1911. I bought it recently. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Got that Boulder Olight Mini. I'm a bit of a gun nut. I don't think I've ever really discussed that on the podcast. But this thing.
I don't think you have.
This thing's a blast. Got that skeletonized trigger, skeletonized hammer. Yeah, love it. It's a lot of fun. But if I were to do that, okay, to you, if I were to do that in front of you, then hand you this gun, I would kind of expect you to check it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I feel like it's just like, you see somebody check a gun. It's okay. They understand. They've got like general gun safety rules here. All right, let me put this down. Fucker's heavy.
I really thought you were just gonna hold it for the rest of the.
No. No, I treat guns as what they are, weapons, not toys.
Oh, they're not toys?
They're not toys. They're a blast. You can call them toys all you want. Sometimes I'll call it like my new range toy, but they're not. They're not toys. They're weapons that you can have a lot of fun with, like toys. But you shouldn't treat them like toys. Yeah.
I agree.
So, yeah, we're going to bring some ammo. I'll probably bring I don't know how much you want to shoot. I mean, you want to do just like a couple mags or what?
I'll definitely have fun with it. I mean, we'll feel it out.
Yeah, cuz they have some pretty cool shooting targets, so we could each they have one with multiple diamonds on it, like 4 diamonds on it, so we could have a shooting competition. I think it's just going to be you, me, and Simon. I don't know if Taylor's going to come. I was going to talk to him, but he's watching a movie, so I think it's kind of late to invite him at this point. But maybe I'll call him tomorrow and see.
Who's Simon?
Simon's a buddy I used to work with at Discount Tire back in the day. He's actually
Did I ever meet him?
Maybe. He's a skinny, like my height, blonde hair. Drove a black Civic for a while. Nah, you probably never met him.
Not ringing any bells.
Really good kid.
Sorry.
Yeah, great kid. He's going to the Air Force, but he ended up having like a wart on his foot, so they had to wait for the wart to go away or something before he could go to the military. So I thought, oh shit, well you got more time, let's go shooting. So I invited him to come shooting with us tomorrow.
Okay.
Which should be fun. Yeah, he's gonna bring his guns. I think he's got like an SKS and some other stuff. So we'll rent some ammo and stuff. So you can actually you'll be able to shoot quite a few guns, bud. You're gonna get that trigger finger wet.
That's a really gross way of wording it, but okay.
Okay, what's next, Nicholas? What's next on the agenda? What are you texting? Now, Nicholas, when you text, the audience knows because they see that shit.
I'm literally making answers for the questions that we're going to do, like we agreed I was going to do before we started recording.
You're right, Nicholas. I'm sorry. I'll dial it back a little bit. I apologize.
Very aggressive.
Okay, well, then let me check the recording here. Hey, the recording looks good. Look, right there, right down there, anxietypool.com. Check us out. I flushed that website out in like an hour or so. Looks pretty good. Okay,
very beautiful. I like the way it turned out. Other than that, we got the holidays coming up. I'm not sure what you have planned, Mason, but
yeah, I wanted to talk and see what your thoughts actually are about the holiday season and what kind of emotions it brings. Because for me, honestly, it's a lot of stress. I think the holiday times is a lot of stress.
I don't really stress out about getting people stuff because and anyone who has me in their life kind of knows how I work, and if I get you a gift, I get you a gift. If I don't, I don't. It's not like anything personal. It turns out that way sometimes, and I don't really stress out about gifts. I mainly stress out about how I spend my time during the holidays to see, you know, if I can fit everyone in. Because that's, I mean,
Yeah.
not to be gay or anything, but that is what matters to me over presents.
Well, yeah, me too. I'm not like a huge. I actually hate gifts. You know, I would love if it was like you gave a gift to your core family members, like your core family members. So
Yeah.
that's it. Like you would give it to your brother, your mom, your dad. You know, or I don't know, whoever. I don't 100% understand know your situation, but for me it would be like, yeah, my sister, my mom, my dad. That's it. That's Christmas. Like one gift you give to each person. It's like, cool, that's fantastic. But no, for me, our family, we do like a Secret Santa thing, which is kind of cool, but it's annoying. I've had the same person like 3 years coming now, so it's like I'm not getting anything cool, you know, and it feels like it's lost a lot of its, you know, luster over the years. Like
I think that's due to age.
People put their well, no, it's when I thought of Christmas, I always thought that, you know, you'd see somebody, you'd see something in a gift shop or something, and you see something in the store, you know, in July, and you're like, holy shit, that'd be perfect for so and so for Christmas, and then you buy it, right? There's no list. Now it's like, you know, it's, oh, what do you want for Christmas? Oh, just go on my Amazon list and pick something on there. Well, of course, you know, you've got 4 things on your Amazon list.
I don't think I've ever had to do that for somebody.
There's no surprise. We do that shit with our family. You have to have a list. And I'm like, I never did it because I was always in the spirit of Christmas. I'm sitting here, you know, just get me whatever, just whatever you think I would like. I'm not going to be disappointed of it. I think that it means more to me that you went through the effort of trying to get me something that you think that I like, rather than just buying something off of a list and shipping it to me on Amazon through Amazon. That's not Christmas, man.
The shipping thing, I'm okay with that, but it really depends on distance. Because, like, if you're an hour or an hour or two away, I'll ship something to you. Yeah. But if I'm going to see you, I'll just fucking give you the present.
Well, you know no, shipping, I'm not concerned about. No, I have no issue with shipping. We have a lot of people
that was my 2 cents. Yeah. You keep going.
For me, it's mainly people just picking shit off of a list and buying it for people. Like, last year, you got me this Rode PSA-1 boom arm.
What'd you get me last year?
I was entirely, I don't remember. I don't think, did I get you anything? I'm pretty sure you asked me not to get you something, okay?
If you I didn't want anything.
Are you gaslighting me right now?
Yeah. I'm just being a dick.
This was entirely unexpected. This was like out of nowhere. You had given me my last boom arm too, and I loved it, and I was using it, and it was falling apart, and this was like the perfect gift that like anybody's gotten me in a quite a long time. Yeah. It was totally out of the blue and totally unexpected. That's what Christmas is. That's perfect. That's like, boom, holiday spirit. That's some Christmas fucking cheer. Me just putting 6 items on a list and then one of them just happens to show up at my door out of nowhere. It's like, okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
It's like I put some items on a list and I might get one. You know, that's pretty much what Christmas is coming down to, at least for me personally. So I don't know. I'm excited. Sorry, I'm excited to have a kid. You know, if I do have a kid.
Oh yeah. Just, it'll bring that Christmas spirit back. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Because you know you kind of, I mean, I'm not 100% sure that's how it works when you have kids, but I've heard of a lot of people, like, you know, you experience your own childhood and then you kind of relive it through your kids and your grandkids. Almost. I've heard that. I'm not really sure that's how it works, but
that's. I don't think you're supposed to entirely relive your life through your kids.
No. I'm just saying, like, you know, you experience it with them.
But yeah,
it's all about, you know, yeah.
Yeah. It's nice. But I don't know, Christmas to me, I used to enjoy it a lot. It's just gotten a bit bland. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is just age that causes that as we get older. We just the kind of the magic is gone. Elf on a Shelf, bro. You remember that Elf on a Shelf? You still do that? Oh, for yeah. Sorry, I won't say, so I don't have to edit that out. Yes,
my sister.
Yes,
she.
I almost said her name.
No, you're fine. Yeah, she's young. She didn't want to do it this year.
How old is she?
12.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah, she's 12.
Nice.
She was born when I was 11. I'm 23. Therefore, she is 12. Pretty sure. She turns 13 in February, so fuck you. I know when her birthday is.
Nice. Yeah, that's fun. I always liked doing that. I never got to do it, but I really enjoyed like having it happen. You know, waking up in the morning and there's like messages written on my mirror.
Well, we kind of do it. I think at the beginning, it was like messages, but now it's just like it's a tradition that the elf brings everybody pajamas, and some people get to open like one gift on Christmas Eve. Some people do that, some people don't. But like our one gift to open on Christmas Eve is from the elf on the shelf, and it's almost always some form of pajamas. But like all of us boys, I mean, 25, two of us are 23, one of us is about to be 20. We don't wear fucking pajamas. So the elf is just getting us sweatpants this year.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
I just realized I moused over the Discord window, so I think the call button and all that shit popped up. Look, I'll do it again. Oh, okay, I'm breaking the immersion. I fucking we tried to
swallow backwards.
We tried to do something real quick, and because again, as always, underprepared, unorganized, and quite lazy. Yeah, that should be our catchphrase.
Yeah. What'd you say again? Unprepared, unorganized, and very lazy. Is that what you said?
Underprepared, underprepared, Okay, next. You said you got a Destiny event or something.
Yeah,
you talk about real quick?
Destiny actually came out with an update. It's an event celebrating Bungie's 30th anniversary. They added a bunch of stuff to the game, kind of having to do with like the Halo Infinite campaign release. So pretty much, you have access to some of the Halo weapons, like the energy sword, the burst rifle. The auto rifle's not in there, but the Magnum's in there as well. And they've got like a new Master Chief shader, which is like green and gold almost. And there's a new event, which Destiny hasn't done in a while, so we're all appreciating that. And that'll probably take up quite a bit of my time for the next couple of months before they release their new Witch Queen DLC towards the end of February, I think. But that will kind of negate itself for me because that's also when Elden Ring's coming out. So I'm kind of torn there. But, you know, it might be nice to have like two games to tackle at once. Because to be honest, like awesome. Elden Ring is going to be awesome. But I think I don't know if I struggled with it specifically this week or it's been like a constant dying thing, but not only did I not get to play games a majority of this week, but if I ever had the chance to, I instantly thought I'd rather just sit in my bed and fucking watch shows. I don't know if that's because like mentally I was tired or if I just like wasn't in the fucking mood to play video games, but I'm hoping that Elden Ring just completely changes that, and I can get back into it hardcore.
For me personally, gaming's like a lot of work. You know, you do have to think quite a bit. There's not a lot of games that I can enjoy playing brain dead. You know, there's like a very short list of games that I can play brain dead. That's, you know, but I'm like at this point it's so small that I still don't really enjoy those games on that list anymore.
My brain dead game's Rocket League. You need to find a brain dead game.
Yeah, but I still get competitive. It's online. It's against other players. So just me generally in my competitive nature, I'm just gonna get upset when I don't win over and over and over and over. And it's not a game I want to play solo either. You know, playing Rocket League by myself is not fun. Playing games by myself in general is not fun. As I've gotten older, I've realized that I really don't enjoy playing games alone.
It's because your love language is quality time.
Ooh, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Did
all
that
right.
hurt?
Are we done?
That hurt a little?
Are we done? Is it over? 30-minute podcast this time. Thanks everybody for listening.
Oh shit! Oh no!
Episode 10, real short.
Let's see.
Do we just want to push into these? Yeah, that was because we still got these questions that we've been asking for these last few episodes that we're just gonna push into.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna hit 10 more, and if we got enough time, we might just finish this like section of the page.
Yeah,
because it's 50 for your best friend, fun, and then 50 fun questions to ask your friend, and then like 50 more To ask a new friend?
50 stupid questions to ask a friend, or 50...
Oh, okay, fair.
Some
but
of
we're
these are
also
pretty
going
damn lame.
to we talked about it before we started recording this. We are going to get back into the thing where we come up with questions of our own to ask each other, because that made it a little bit more fun. And we get to, hear shit we want to hear versus just like these fucking preset questions from goddamn Teen Vogue.
Teen Vogue.
Teen Vogue.
Who made this again?
Cindy? Was it Cindy something?
Fucking Cindy. No, Christy.
Christy.
Thank you, Christy.
Thank you,
I love
Christy.
you.
Thank you, Christy from Teen Vogue. We desperately appreciate your existence. My vocabulary is, I need to read more, sorry.
Damn, did you just whack your mic with a fucking Dr. Thunder can?
Are you actually going to have to blur this out?
I doubt it. It's like basic brand, ain't it? It's like store brand. It's
Walmart.
I don't give a shit enough.
Okay.
Fuck it. Come at us, Walmart. We like your soda. So it's like, why would you?
They would demolish us.
You're damn straight they would. Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, let's just push into these questions because, I don't really have anything else to talk about. My shipping is annoying as shit. I've got some really so I've got something special coming.
You were going to talk about that at the end.
And we're going to talk about that at the end, but yeah, I'm having shipping problems with that, shipping problems with other stuff. It's getting quite obnoxious with all this shipping garbage going around, so I don't really want to talk about it that much. So, Nicholas.
Yes, Daddy?
Ew. Ugh.
Just wasted 30 seconds to ask me the question.
I'm still recoiling from that.
Okay.
I don't like that word.
Take your time.
Nicholas, when was the last time you were jealous and why?
Quite recently, within the last couple of weeks, a chick that I really liked, thought she was cute, funny, very, very smart. I'm learning more and more that I'm attracted to intelligence more than anything, and she decided to go with another guy other than me, who is 8 years older than her, and is a freshman in college. He's 33 years old. He's also in a band, and she pretty much hangs around him like a groupie that could just get thrown in the trash whenever he decides to move on. Of course, in my opinion, though, I believe I'm the better option, but I'm not really too sure, what her past has been like, what she wants to do with her life. So I'm just going to leave it alone for now. I tried for a bit. I tried simping. It didn't work. I tried diet simping. Didn't work. So now I just don't fucking care. She wants to hang out. She wants to hang out. If not, I'm done. Time to move on.
To the next victim. What it is, yeah.
Yep.
To the next victim.
That's pretty much what they all are. I expose way too much of myself, and shit gets sad. But whatever, dude. When was the last time you were jealous? And why?
It was the exact same thing, man. There was this chick that was coming in to discount to the shop all the time. And I thought she was super cute, and we vibed really well, and we would joke back and forth, and we just had good chemistry. After 3 or 4 times of her coming in, I was like, man, you know what? I'm going to real unfocused there. I was like, I'm going to ask her out. Next time she comes in with her boyfriend, and he just looks like a scumbag, like not worthy of her. That's like a really cringy way to say, but like,
well, no. It's because it's
kind of makes sense.
You see the posts sometimes where it's just like it's women want a guy that'll treat them right or whatever,
or
and
shit.
Yeah, and then you always see him end up with like some fucking grease monkey that treats him like shit,
some
or
asshole,
it's just some fucking guy, and it's like, sorry, that frustrates me. We should probably move on.
I mean, it's really fucking annoying. When I don't know, I feel like I'm a good guy. I would definitely treat a girl right. Like I've treated all my girls in the past, very, very nicely. And I'm just a caring person, I think, in general. But I just like sometimes you just have differences with people that they can't overcome, or you can, it's just, whatever, it happens. But I don't know. I think it's just the point that we're at now, or at least the point that I'm at now, where I just don't really care. Like I'm kind of just floating, and I've done my teenage dating, I've done my bullshit, and now I'm just kind of waiting for the right girl. So, oh, what happened? Did your headphones come out, or are they dying?
Yeah, they're dying. We're at 30%. I just don't like the notifications. Please continue.
Understandably. But I don't know. I'm at the point where I continue to see like these really, really nice, cute girls, and they're all taken. And then,
By fucking dingleberries.
Just total scumbags. Yeah. And I'm sitting
goddamn
over here,
cavemen out here.
just trying to be a nice guy, and that's just like not what women want. So cool. That's contrary to what I was told. But
Exactly.
whatever. So
Fucking
next
Mason,
question.
if you could only have 3 things on your bucket list, what would they be?
So I do have 3 things on my bucket list, actually.
Okay.
Number 1 is to have $1 million cash. That's just like a small one. That's like
Just like in your hand, or
well, I would say like spendable money. Like I have $1 million in my bank account, or $1 million cash, whatever it be. $1 million of my own hard-earned money. I would love to be able to have that. That's like on my bucket list. I would just want to have some sort of digital number that says $1 million, right?
So a million to spend, not like $1 million saved up, treating it as the new zero.
Like not like
$1 million safety net, or $1 million spending
not
budget?
like $1 million 401k or a savings account. I'm talking like $1 million saved up that I can just do with whatever
just
the fuck
blow.
I want.
Just fucking 18 project cars.
Right, like my 401k is all built up. I've got my savings portfolio. Maybe I've got like a couple mil in stocks or some shit, and I've just got $1 million cash to do with whatever the fuck I want.
Okay.
Number 2. I want to have sex while skydiving.
Really? How
I saw a video that like years ago where they took these 2 people and strapped them together and they were fucking in the air as they were flying down. And I was like, dude, that's got to be on the bucket list. Meet a nice chick who'd be willing to let me fuck her in the air. Imagine the thrill. Whew.
No, I'm not skydiving. I don't want that.
You wouldn't
thrill.
skydive, dude?
I hate that feeling.
What?
I hate that feeling. I have to be.
What a wait! You don't like falling? The feeling of falling?
Yeah, like I'll ride a roller coaster, but I'm securely strapped in to a giant metal, thing on a track. Skydiving's just like, I get you have a parachute and you have a backup parachute, but
yeah,
just like, oh no,
I'm gonna get you to just come skydiving with me.
No.
Dude, you gotta do it at least once, man. Add that to your bucket list. There you go. Yeah.
Can I do it while on acid?
That would be crazy. Holy shit. I can't imagine the peak of an acid trip, jumping out of an airplane. Good God.
But I wouldn't be solely responsible for my well-being. I would just be tripping, but I'd be strapped to like an instructor.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's what your first couple jumps would be. You would just jump you'd be strapped to a guy, And
Which
then at
is
that
super
point,
hot. I mean,
oh,
straight.
right?
I mean, professional.
What's that poking me in the back? Why is my back wet?
Wet? Ugh.
You spill some pudding? Oh, sorry.
Number three. What's the third?
Number 3 is to die old with a woman I love.
Bucket list.
I'm leaving I left all that dead air. I'm leaving it. See, now that we're doing the video podcast, I can't cut any of that out, Nicholas.
I understand. I'll do better, but that was my genuine
No,
reaction,
I'm just kidding.
so
I'm just fucking with you. No.
Yeah,
I think
should we move on to the.
I think that's a good list. Yeah. I don't know. That's
Okay.
just like, that's what I can kind of think of. Those are like on my list. Having to put them, I've never had to think of what would be the top 3. I've got a pretty decent sized bucket list of things that I want to do. Shoot a 50 BMG. Shit like that. Just drive a Ferrari or something really really nice. Drive a Bugatti. Something so like drive a $500,000 plus car.
Mm-hmm.
Shit like that. Nicholas.
Partner?
Um.
You
What
can
are the-
ask me the fucking question. I farted.
if you could only have 3 things on your life bucket list, what would they be? And I expect these to be perfect because you had time to write them down.
So, in all honesty, I don't have a bucket list, but I had to come up with something to answer the question and entertain my friend as well as whoever's listening. But I have always wanted to do these things, and I will someday, I'm sure. But I will still consider them bucket listy. I want to travel a majority of the world. I want to learn how to sail, which is contradictory because of how much I hate water.
Mm-hmm.
And we've talked about it a couple times, and I think I'll get there one day, but I do want to try DMT. Definitely. 100%.
I hope you do.
While skydiving.
Because that would be crazy. Yeah, just
And
like
fucking.
take your hit. Oh man. Could you imagine? New item
You
on the bucket
changing your
list.
answer?
Yeah, that's it. Changing it. DMT fucking. There you go.
DMT fucking while skydiving.
Yeah, Scott. I'll figure out a cool name for it. Don't you worry. Is that it? Wait, did you do all 3? That was all 3, yeah?
Yeah, that was all 3. Yeah.
It's a good list, yeah. You
Yeah.
should actually make a legitimate bucket list, by the way.
It's something we can work on together. We'll treat
Yeah.
it like that movie with the old white guy, Morgan Freeman. Have you ever seen that insanely sad movie called The Bucket List?
Yes, but I don't need to make your, but you need to make your own bucket list. You gotta
I
sit down and
understand.
get
I
baked
just
out
want
of
to
your
bounce
mind.
my ideas off you because you're my friend. That's all.
I
Because it'd be
suppose.
great if we had similar ideas and we could accomplish them together.
Well, that's true, but you should come to me when your bucket list is completed.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be
All
on.
right.
I don't want to influence your thoughts or ideas. I want these to come entirely from you. I want these to be your pure inner wants and desires. Don't factor me into the equation in any way. These got to be you. Because I don't
Me,
want to. I don't
myself,
want
and
to
I.
read something and laugh at it, and then you go, "Okay, I'm
Okay.
taking that off."
Okay. Fair
All
enough.
right.
Fair enough.
Instead, I'll just approach it. When I can mentally prepare myself to entirely accept what you have to offer. Then will you release your bucket list, and I will judge it.
But what if it's gay sex with my best friend?
That's something we'll talk about when we get there. It'll probably be a no, but you get me drunk enough.
Probably. There's still a chance. That's that you're
Small
you're still
chance.
giving me a percentage there.
Small
so-
chance, yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Like I said, I wish I was a homosexual or at least bi. So
I would love you till till death do us part.
okay, Nicholas. I keep losing place where we are.
So it is now
34.
my turn to
Oh, is
ask you. No, wait, pardon.
Because
Go ahead. Go
because
ahead. Just
I
ask.
asked
Just
I
ask.
asked you the first
Yes,
one. And
yes.
you asked me the second one, and then
Yes.
I asked you the third one.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Nick. What's the worst decision you've ever made?
Giving my most recent ex more tries. I should have broke up with her when I first felt it necessary.
That's the biggest mistake you have made to date.
It has influenced a lot of my thoughts. That the longer that relationship lasted, the more damaged I became, and I could have stopped it. A lot of the other things I've done that could be considered mistakes are not really that huge to me. I know I freak out about the small shit, but in all honesty, I know that I've got it pretty okay compared to some other people out there.
Yeah.
I mean, long story short, I haven't made many drastic mistakes because I usually think about what I'm trying to do way too much. There's always the chance that I might make a mistake, but I usually come around before I make that decision, and I end up fixing it before it becomes a problem. If that makes sense.
It's kind of the way to do it. You should always give every major decision thought before, just jumping head over heels. There are some decisions that you just need to make off of instinct, but a majority of them you should at least attempt to think out before you just make or do something rash.
Mm-hmm. I agree. How about you though? What was the worst decision you've ever made, Mason?
I had to think about this one for a little bit. And just because of recent events is why I would say this one specifically. But thank you. I would say probably watching porn for the first time.
Okay, I'm gonna have to agree with you there. That's a pretty big fucking mistake.
That's a huge mistake. Just that first time I went to boobs.com or whatever the
boobs.com,
the fuck I typed into Google. I think that was one of the biggest mistakes that I ever made, because that kind of spiraled me down quite a bit, into an addiction that I didn't believe was an addiction, or believe was actually taking away from me mentally, but truly it was.
Yeah, the more I read into it, the more scared of it I get, even though it is easy and it's like instantaneous release.
Mm-hmm.
If you do it, I don't know, you do whatever you want to do, but I think we both struggle with that.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I understand, medically, there's nothing wrong with, just wanking the tank every other, So
mentally, it's fucking demolishing.
Right. Well, I don't think the masturbation necessarily is demolishing. I think it's more pornography.
It's the porn. Yeah.
And the standards and the kind of how it kind of dulls you to the idea of a woman, So it's, I think that was one of the worst mistakes or worst decisions I ever made, was to start watching pornography. Yeah, it's a bad one.
That's a pretty rough one.
That was a bad one. Okay, now it's your turn, Nicholas. Now it's your turn to ask a question.
I'm here. Mason.
Yes.
What's something you would consider unforgivable? Let's split this up into a friendship question and a relationship question.
And then I think a human question. I think
human question.
Like you meet somebody and they do, so I would say so we do, what's something a friend does to you that you would consider to be unforgivable to remove them from that relationship? What's something like a relationship like a girlfriend does to you that would be considered unforgivable? And then what's something a person does? Like you meet somebody and they disclose to you that they've done this, and then you're just like, I just need to get away from this person. Yeah? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'd say for the fucking friend one, stealing.
I think your property or
my
any
property. My property. Look, if you have a problem with stealing from stores, it is what it is. I'm not going to go to stores with you. I'll hang out with you and I'll tell you how wrong it is and try to correct you a little bit on that path. But at the end of the day, you do what you got to do. I'm in no place to tell you what to do. But yeah, if you steal my property, if you come in my house, you're hanging out at my house and you fucking go into my wallet and take my money, or you take my fucking weed or some shit like that. Yeah, no, that's unforgivable. That's like, dude, if I can't trust you in my own home,
it's
get
understandable.
out, bro. Like that's you're done. You're done. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that was just me as a kid, because I the last thing I stole from another person was in elementary school, and I stole a special needs kid's Game Boy or DS game. I mean, how fucked is that, man? How fucked is that?
You're going to hell.
I'm going to hell.
You're going to hell.
I need
First class.
I need forgiveness now.
You must repent.
I'm gonna, I could die on a bus tomorrow. I could get hit by a bus tomorrow, and that's it. Because I didn't repent. Yeah, no. So I just I never been big on stealing. You know, of course I stole Pokemon cards when I was a kid. I think we talked about this before.
You're getting arrested right now. The FBI's at your front door.
Well, I think I'm outside the statute of limitations, so I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
But no, the stealing is bad. For a relationship, cheating. I mean, that one's simple. Cheating is entirely unforgivable. Whether that be as simple as sending nudes to another person. You don't even have to sleep with the other person. If you're sending naked pictures to another person while you're in a relationship with somebody, you're cheating. Unforgivable.
So you consider an OnlyFans account a form of cheating?
I would consider a undisclosed OnlyFans account a form of cheating. Now, if my significant other came up to me and said, I wanted to open an OnlyFans, I would have a conversation with them about that. Preferably, I would like for them to maybe hide their face in it. You know, that would be something. You can post your body all you want, but, you know, try not to post things that reveal your location, or, you know, I would want to make sure that they were being safe on the internet, you know, not just post so that, because when you've got content like that, you're going to get weirdos. You're going to get creeps that are going to try and figure out exactly where the fuck they live and start stalking them, sending them bags of their own feces to the front door. Some psycho shit, right? So, yes, if I ended up dating a girl and I found out she opened an OnlyFans account and hid it from me for like months at a time, yes, I would consider that cheating. Yeah, you're sending naked pictures online to a bunch of people, you know, and doing income with that when we're supposed to be in an exclusive relationship. When you're in a relationship with somebody, you're kind of at an agreement that, you know, I get to see you naked. I'm the only person that gets to see you naked. You're the only person that gets to see me naked right now. Like, that's like a thing. That's like the sexual kind of agreement that you make with that person. You can't just be flaunting your dick and balls or your tits and vag all over the internet and not expect, you know, your significant other to not be upset. Boom. Number 3.
I agree. Yeah.
A person I met, I got 2 big ones. Child abuse, any category of child abuse, child molestation, you know, physical violence against children, any of that.
Of course.
Look, like even if you're like a confirmed child predator, like yes, I'm a sexual predator, you know, I'm a sexual offender, you know, and you're reforming. It is what it is, dude. I'm not gonna be negative towards you. I'm not gonna be violent against you. You know, whatever. You may have changed, whatever. But the problem is, deep down, you made a fucking bad mistake, and you made an unforgivable mistake. So, boom, there you go. And then animal abuse. I don't fuck with dog abusers, cat abusers, any sort of animal abusers. Nah, sorry. I'll physically get mad at people. Like if I'm at a park, right, and I'm sitting there walking my dog, and somebody gets mad at their dog and kicks them, dude, I'm like the type of person who like would say something.
Yeah.
Like I'll be like, dude, don't kick your fucking dog. Are you serious? Who does that shit?
It's just not normal. It's fucking, it's terrible.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Nicholas, what about you? What would you consider unforgivable in said 3 categories?
Well, of course, relationship. I agree with cheating. That's like, I mean, that's above all else, just a fucking game ender right there. Yeah. I can't really think of anything else that would be outrageously unforgivable unless they just like drained our shared accounts and disappeared. I mean, that could be another one.
Stealing, yeah. I mean, if she was stealing my money and she had like a gambling addiction, yeah, that would be. I'd be really upset. I wouldn't say it would be unforgivable, but I'd be really upset about it.
For just like a regular person, like someone new I meet, I mean, it's kind of like a personal preference at this point, but I tend to distance myself more when I find out someone drinks a lot. Not really like, you know, like if you drink a lot, you drink a lot. That's okay. If you're a functioning alcoholic, that's fine. By definition, you are an alcoholic if you have 1 alcoholic beverage a day. That's just the way it is, and you know, it's
gonna hurt some people's feelings.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt some people's feelings. It brings some shit up that I'm not comfortable with, and I tend to not drink as much as I used to, and it reminds me of bad times. Therefore, I do not spend that much time with people that drink a lot. And for a friendship, though, of course, stealing is fucking like, dude. If a friend stole from me, I'd be like, dude, we're fucking friends. You could have just asked. Right. You could have just asked. But my thing that really bothers me is people that bail on plans, especially if we're considered friends and we're trying to do shit. If you're like, I get like last second shit comes up, that's totally understandable. Or like family obligations or just like work, any last second thing that I know you care about taking care of, that's 100% understandable. But if it's like I keep trying to make plans with you and you either tell me to fuck off instantly or you bail every time we make plans, it's pretty fucking annoying.
Yeah.
And it gets to the point where it is unforgivable. And, you know, I've got other friends out there that don't fucking bail on me. So, adios, Chief. Get out of here.
Yeah. Later, alligator.
Good. See you later, Stinky.
Stinky. Yeah.
See you later, Stinky.
All right. Next question. I think, is it your turn or my turn? I've lost track already.
You ask me.
If you choose to get married one day, what would your dream proposal scenario be? I would say, like, okay, let's do if you proposed and then if she proposed. Yeah. Because it happens. Women propose.
Okay, if she were to propose to me, where would I want to be proposed to at?
Yeah. Because I feel like this quiz was probably written for women.
Yes.
Let's be real here. And so this is your dream proposal scenario. This is like, yeah. I would say start with yours. If you were going to propose to your woman, how would you do it?
Well,
like just
is
generically.
it fair to say I wanted it to be the same for both
That's
questions?
Fine. I guess. Are you saying like you wouldn't want her to propose to you?
No. I mean, like, that's kind of... To me, that's odd and not normal. I understand it happens, but I would be the one to do it. I would hope I had the balls to do it, especially if we've been dating for a certain amount of time and I had already purchased said ring or I already knew, like, this is the one I want to marry her. I'm gonna propose. But if I get proposed to, I would want her to propose to me the same way I would propose to her. And for me, that would be, you know, I'd find out like where she would want to go, like just a vacation at some point, very private, just the two of us, no family there, no drama, just boom, right there, proposed, figure it out ahead of time, take care of it. Simple stuff.
Nothing like, you don't want like, I don't know. I see. I've always been thinking about like what kind of way I would propose to somebody, like they make those indoor fireworks. You know, you ever seen those or daytime fireworks where they're puffs of smoke and you can make them so that they shoot up and spell something.
Mm-hmm.
You could do some shit like that. Where you go to a gun range, right? But behind, you're taking her out to the gun range to go shooting, and you think it's just like a normal day at the shooting range. And, you tell her you bought a new gun and she's shooting this really big gun. You tell her to shoot this target. When she shoots it, it blows up and then boosh, will you marry me? She looks over at me. I got my, down on my yada, yada, yada.
She points the gun straight at your forehead.
Boom! Yeah, right. Or she turns around to look at me and like the barrel just goes right across my forehead and she's so surprised she pulls the trigger.
Oh.
Yeah. There you go. That's the best marriage proposal you can... Thank you.
Well, is that how you answered the question?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's how
Okay.
I would want it to be, something unique, something that obviously showed that my partner put a lot of time and thought into it, that, that shows that they're actually like committed and really want this relationship, not that they're marrying me out of like, because, if they just come up to you out of nowhere and that you're just sitting there on the bench talking at a park and it's just a normal day, you just went and got some fucking ice cream and you just go, hey, will you marry me? That's really fucking lame, that's...
Here's $2 and a wedding ring. Go grab me a snow cone while you're over there, and then just slide the ring.
Slide
right
that
there.
bitch on. Yep. All right. I mean, there's got to be some, and I don't know if that's just tradition or whatnot, but there's got to be some sort of thought and effort put into it before. You can't just do some.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely agreeing with you. I just,
Yeah.
100%. Before we get to 37, I wanted to tell you I couldn't think of an answer.
For 37.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was honestly gonna say that I couldn't really either, but I think you should go back and see if you can remember just a good moment where you felt. So the question is, what's the most loved you've ever felt? And it's a tough decision or a tough question, because again, like we talked about as a man, you don't really feel much love as a man, at least. I mean, you get the same love from your parents. I think hopefully a lot of people get that, because I know some people don't. But you get that love from your parents, and that's pretty much it. Maybe you got a girlfriend every once in a while, but that's just kind of puppy love. It's not really anything serious. So you really don't get much love as a man until you find a woman that actually fits for you. So I would say, as a kid, man, it was always Christmas. Christmas. When I found out that my parents did Christmas, I was like, I felt very loved. I was like, oh, it's actually them. Once I kind of understood the concept of money, work, and Christmas, that they were buying me Christmas gifts, I felt very loved. I was like, wow, like Christmas is actually, it's not just some magical fucking dude and a bunch of elves in the middle of bumfuck North Pole, in the North Pole.
Mm-hmm.
But it's actually people who they work during the day, they work their lives off, they struggle to make this money, and then they spend it on stuff for me that I just get bored of after a few months. That's love. Yeah.
That's love.
Yeah. Well, just I don't know. That's again, I'm not huge on gifts. Maybe that's one of the reasons why, is because I understand that how much work it goes into paying for something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because like I know, no, please don't spend your money. Like sometimes I'll look at things like in terms of hours. Like, oh my God, don't give me. You spent 10 hours of work on that.
Yeah,
that's a lot. So
I'm doing my best to think of an answer, man.
that's okay. I mean, we can move on, and then we can just tackle it again if and give you some more time to think about it.
I'll keep thinking about it. We might come back to it.
Yeah,
but
37. Pin it.
Yeah, we'll put a pin in it and come back to it.
Put a pin
Mason,
in you.
what would your dream home look like?
Man, I would love to have. Okay, I'd love to pull out paint, and
Yeah.
I would love to have, like 10 acres. I think 10 acres would be really nice, just in the rural area, just in a nice rural area. And then just a nice, like, kind of ranch style house. I would love a 2-story at least, maybe with a nice basement, so I can, put, a movie theater or whatever down there, like a gaming room with like a VR room. Upstairs have like a nice kitchen, a nice living area with some like super nice glass doors that go over to like maybe a lake or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then some bedrooms. So like, we can have people over, a room for kids, if we have kids or whatever, maybe a guest bedroom or two. And then like a nice wraparound porch by the lake. So you can just, I could sit there in a rocking chair and just look at the lake, sip my whiskey, smoke my pot, have a good time. Yeah. I think that'd be really, really nice. And then maybe a pool would be cool. I've always liked swimming. And then a shooting range. I would want enough rooms where I could shoot all my guns and not bother anybody.
I like that. It seems peaceful.
That's the dream. Yeah.
Nobody
dream. Around to fuck with you. You got no neighbors. You don't have to worry about loud cars driving by you at night. It's just peace and quiet. You get a nice security system in there. Your entire property's covered. You can even get a little fence or something. Yeah. I mean, I'd get like a proximity fence put in the area, so like if anybody entered my property without me knowing, like I'd build a compound.
Shot on sight.
Man. I'd build a compound, right? I'd build like a fucking watchtower up at the top of my cottage.
I like it.
With like 7 bolt action rifles up there and an M107 Barrett.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If I miss with the bolties, then I just start lobbing rounds with the 50 cal.
I would have like a whole mortar system in my backyard.
Very cool.
And just have it like auto locked on the front doorstep, and I just anytime the doorbell rings, just whoom,
You just flick a switch. It's like next. It's in your bedroom, and it's like just
Yep.
one of the random light switches on the wall. Sometimes you press it on accident and have to replace your door.
Yep.
Oh shit! I killed the mailman. Fuck.
Oh
dude.
no.
Oh man! I hope he doesn't have kids.
Oh yikes. Okay.
Nicholas.
My dream home.
Yeah. What would your dream home look like?
Very modern. I like the glass, concrete, white, black, neutral color kind of shit. Like marble tiles. I like elegance. I like that kind of stuff. Minimalistic. Single story. Kind of ranch style, but yeah, I'd like a basement. I would want like a sort of like a snaky driveway that goes like from the street and then it loops down to like the front of the house. And I've got like maybe a carport, but the driveway continues like around to the back of the house, and there's a garage that's attached to the basement.
Yeah, add that to mine. I want a garage too for all my cars.
Yeah.
With a lift in it.
With a lift in it.
Yeah, so I can work on my cars.
Other than that, it's pretty simple, whatever house I dream of, I want it to complement whatever lifestyle I have going on at the time.
What kind of flooring?
Marble.
Marble throughout the entire house?
No. I'd say marble in a lot of the rooms, but like bedrooms, carpet or hardwood.
Because marble gets so fucking cold, and I like to walk around barefoot. So no, I would just have hardwoods through most of it, and then some nice tile in the kitchen and the bathrooms.
I don't like walking around barefoot, so
no. What's you clean?
It's my dream house.
Why don't you like walking around barefoot?
I just don't like walking around barefoot. Okay.
Because you don't like stuff on your feet?
I don't like stuff on my feet. No.
Well, if you clean your floors, you'll never have shit on your feet.
I completely understand, and I will
Damn.
have a fleet of Roombas.
You got dirty floors. Damn, man. You just got dogs to have dirty floors.
Well, not that bad.
I don't know. I love feet. That one of the reasons I want a pool is because I like skinny
Your
dipping.
feet get hot. Your feet get hot, don't
My
they?
feet don't get hot. No, my feet don't sweat either. No.
Oh, okay.
I just like walking around my feet with my shoes off. Like I'm like a nudist at heart. Yeah. If I had that ranch style, I would just sit on my porch just naked all the time. Yeah, just look at the lake, go swimming naked. Yeah.
Ugh. God.
Hey, fuck off.
No, not that.
Fuck off.
I couldn't imagine swimming naked in a lake. That sounds terrible.
Not in a lake, in a pool,
Okay.
Doober. Yeah, I said I was gonna
Doober?
get a Doober. I was gonna call you a dumbass. I thought that was mean, so I decided to change to Goober. But
I'm
then I
used
had
to
already
it.
said the D. Yeah, so
Mm.
sorry, man.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah. Okay, should we move on to the next question?
Mason, when's the last time you felt inspired to create something?
This podcast.
All right, my answer is the same. Number 40.
Next, have you ever experienced a friendship breakup, and what did it teach you?
I have experienced a couple, most recent one being a year or so ago, and each one has helped me realize just how sensitive some people are.
Yep.
Plain and simple.
That's a
What
pretty
about
good
you?
one. Yeah, I mean it's pretty similar. It was with a kid that I used to work with. I mean a lot of those are people that I used to work with who I think like me a lot more than I like them. And unfortunately you just don't click with some people. It is
Yeah.
what it is. Some you guys' blocks don't fit together. It's not it's not meant to be mean or rude, but the problem is sometimes it comes off rude when you're trying to express yourself because it's such an uncomfortable topic. You might come off as demeaning or it's like I don't like you. It's like you don't like me. It's like no, I don't.
I don't mind you.
I don't mind you. We just don't click to where I want to hang out with you all the fucking time. Like I'm not trying to be mean or rude. It's just it is what it is. So. Yeah, it definitely taught me that people are different and you can't please everybody, and another thing it taught me though, one of the bigger things it taught me is that some people think that you need to change for them.
Yeah. I don't deal with that shit.
Yeah. Some people think that you're the one that needs to change and that you're the one that's weird or off or different. Instead of just accepting you for who you are, they try and change you or make comments about you or all that. And that's just toxic. That's not something you need. You need to learn to accept yourself and be happy with yourself and be who you are meant to be, not who people around you are telling you to be, because that's not you. And deep down, if you're going to continue down that path, you're just always going to feel hollow. You know, like you really don't have your own sense of, like you don't have your own personality, basically. Because everything you do, everything that dictates your life is dictated by the people that are around you. You don't exist. You're an NPC. Whoo! Jesus. Next question. Yeah, honestly, look, we're only at 1 hour and 10 minutes. Let's just finish it. Finish the list. Wait, say something? Nicholas, your mic. Check your Audacity. Is it recording in Audacity? Come on. Hey, we're back. Technical difficulties again. We don't know what the fuck happened. Mike just ended up cutting out.
It was all my fault. I can't do anything right. It doesn't stop.
Just fiddling with that fucking mic, dude. That'll be fun. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm like, all right, I'm disoriented. Okay, I'm back. All right, let's get these questions done.
Yeah, let's knock them out. What are we on?
Who was your first friend, and are they still in your life?
You, I think, yes.
I think yes. I don't entirely remember 100% if you were my very first friend. I think it might have, possibly been my next door neighbor, Mary Catherine, who is no longer in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Because she was my next door neighbor. I hung out with her as far as I can remember back. But like I don't know. You could also say my sister. We didn't necessarily like each other in the beginning. I think like a lot of kids do. They just don't really like their siblings until one day, like it just kind of clicks.
It's just like, this motherfucker,
yeah, this guy's all right. Yeah, that's his. Oh man, I actually just read. Okay,
I think we should do them anyway.
Yeah. Would you ever? Okay, wait. You asked this one. Sorry.
All right. Would you ever consider a long distance relationship?
No, not anymore. I was in one, and it was very fucking difficult. I dated a girl in Minnesota whom I had met on a just like a chat app, like an online chatting app. It was just somebody that it would just meet you with random people, and I met her, and then we exchanged kicks or whatever it was at the time. And then at that point we exchanged phone numbers, and then we got into a relationship, and yeah, we did that for a few months, and it got to the point where, it's when you don't have that contact with somebody, you need to, I guess, be okay with them. Like when you're not face to face, you don't have that face to face contact. I guess you just have to be okay with them, texting you literally all the fucking time. Because at this point there wasn't like Skype was the biggest thing, right? That you could do video chat. There was no FaceTime or anything, Snapchat or any of that shit that you could FaceTime people with. So it was just every second of the day was a text message. What are you doing? What's going on? How
working.
I couldn't fucking do it. And I don't know if it was just her as a person that I just didn't, because like we clicked okay. We didn't like have the greatest similarities in hobbies, but still like we had similar interests in shows and musics and stuff. We both smoke, so it was a decent match. But yeah, just the constant contact all the fucking time just drove me insane.
Mm-hmm. I can understand that when that's like the only form of contact, but I mean, like if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and go into my answer if you're done.
Go for it, yeah.
Maybe. I'm not really sure what I would do. Deep down, I wouldn't prefer it, but if it just depends on the situation. Like if we were to date beforehand, and it was like some form of occupational move. Like I had to go somewhere for a job, or she had to go somewhere for a job. I would totally understand that, and I would do my best. But just like meeting someone online and then like dating them that way, and then just like trying my fucking ass off to find time to go see them, spend that money, shit like that. I mean, that's difficult. And on top of that, that's like an entirely different form of trust. Like I have no idea what they're doing other than that form of, texting or calling, or I don't know if you guys fucking write letters and send them via carrier pigeon. I don't give a shit.
No.
I don't even prefer FaceTime. I don't fucking like FaceTime. I'm going to go ahead and say that.
Same.
I don't like it.
I don't like video calling. I'd rather just meet in person than... Because, like, most of the time when I get a video call, I'm, like, unshowered. I'm like, I look like shit. I'm wearing shitty clothing. I'm, like, sitting in my chair like this, like, hey.
It's not even that. Yeah. If I wanted it, like, okay, so a text has purpose, a call has purpose. A FaceTime is to just FaceTime. You know what I'm saying?
Just to see
like,
the other person, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to FaceTime you for 3 hours and just, like, look at your fucking forehead or the ceiling of your room. Like, if you're going to do that, just fucking call me.
Yeah, see, I never did that. I never enjoyed the FaceTime or anything. Like, I don't get people just, like, hanging out on FaceTime. And
it doesn't make sense.
It's like you're just on FaceTime with somebody while you're doing something else. It's like, it doesn't... but I guess, you could say when
everybody has
here,
their preferences, man.
Right. We're sitting here doing this, just sitting there talking while sometimes we might be playing separate games. I can understand that, I guess. But we're sitting there actually doing something where we're playing a game and we're chatting about stuff. We're not just like sitting there on FaceTime doing absolutely nothing for fucking 2.5 hours at a time, wasting my time. When instead you could just be on my fucking AirPods and I could be doing shit while we're having a conversation.
Yeah.
Much better. I agree.
I like that. Yeah. It makes sense.
But I do agree on if you were dating somebody that...
Yeah, a pre-existing relationship.
And they then moved away, I would absolutely try my hardest to do that. But yeah, you're right with the whole physical contact thing. Like if you're not I don't know necessarily, depending on the woman you meet, if it may be a woman that doesn't necessarily like to masturbate, maybe that's something she doesn't do, and she only gets pleasure from you, then she's gone from you for 6 months at a time. At least for me personally, just at the addiction that I have right now to pornography, that's a hard addiction to beat, just to not bust a nut. Remember, it was very difficult. So you're talking about a woman who goes months at a time without any sort of sexual contact. Yeah, it's easy to fall into those temptations. So yeah, that's one of those ultimate tests of faith, like you said.
Mm-hmm. Different form of trust, man. Some scary shit.
All right, Nicholas,
Mason?
this is a good. No, it's my turn. Remember, because you asked me first.
Okay.
Step off.
I apologize. Sorry.
What do you think the best way to resolve conflict is?
Fucking air it out or cut them out. If you think they're too sensitive or too difficult to deal with, I completely understand that. I'm sure everybody has someone like that in their life, or they do their best to avoid relationships with people like that beforehand. Power to you if you can see that ahead of time. But there's some people in your life that are just stuck there.
Yep.
And you don't really know how to deal with them. Sometimes you just have to fucking live with it. But at the same time, you should feel like you have an obligation to speak your mind. I think that, if you air something out, you put it out there, your feelings or how you react to something that they do, or if you find something, just a little agitating, you should be able to talk to them about it. Yeah. There shouldn't be like any other thing, like even if, if I'm in a bar, just like hypothetical situation, if I'm in a bar, I see a cute chick, I start talking to her, and then some fucking big ass burly, 6'5"
This motherfucker bothering you.
This is my chick, man. I saw her first. I called dibs, or I don't know. Or they have already been dating or something. It's like, dude, there's no point in pummeling me into the ground. You said everything you needed to say. I'm gonna back off. I'm gonna give you my sincerest apologies and leave. You don't prove anything by putting me in the fucking concrete. If I could beat you at chess, you're goddamn caveman.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
Oh no, I agree. I think you're 100% right. Communication is key. I mean, I don't think it's air it out or cut it out. For me, it's air it out, then cut it out. If you can't fix it with airing it out, if they can't understand reason, if they're not going to listen.
That's a better way to word it.
It's never just like, I never
Yeah.
just fully cut somebody out. I mean, that's you got to give somebody the benefit of the doubt that maybe, they're, because again, it's not like I'm asking them to change something about them. It's just something that I necessarily don't like that they do. And I'm just asking that they don't do it around me. It's something maybe it's something that, hey man, I don't really like the way you talk to me. It's a little demeaning. What do you mean, bro? I'm just fucking around. Well, I take offense to some of that shit, bro. Some of that shit, like, cuts deep. Like, you're talking about stuff that normal people wouldn't joke about, I think you're just soft, bro. You're not going to change? Nah, man. You're just being a pussy. All right, man. I ain't going to play games with you no more. Like,
yeah.
It's simple shit like that. If I voice my opinion to you, if I ask you something, just straight up, man to man or man to woman or person to person, and you're not gonna take my my feelings into account, then why should I care for you? Why do I care that you want to play games with me if you're not gonna care that I don't? So fuck off.
It's 100% understandable, man.
But I think you should definitely air out all your problems with people before you just absolutely cut them out. Because
Very fair.
You can end up losing some good relationships over something that could have been solved over a 5-minute conversation or even just a simple misunderstanding.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but yeah, definitely airing it out. I agree.
Airing it out
for resolving conflict. Yeah, because like I mean, it's some people just immediately embrace conflict with anger and getting defensive, and it's not their fault. They didn't do anything wrong, because they can't. I didn't do nothing wrong. Like the other day, I'm turning into I'm coming down Peachtree. I'm coming up Peachtree, right? Taking a left into the Kroger where that Chick-fil-A is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how like when I'm turning in left there's a stop sign here, and here. And I'm coming in through here, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm pulling in. Well, I see this truck coming up on this stop sign. And I pull, and he's not even looking. He just rolls right to the stop sign. He's like digging into his thing. So I'm pulling in and I start to turn a little bit. Of course, he doesn't stop. I go, he looks up and goes, like flicking me off. And I'm like, dude. So I turn around. Like, I'm like, dude. I turn around. I pull up behind him and he's stuck at the light. And I pull, or he's stuck at the turning lane. So he pulls out into traffic. I pull up next to him. I roll out and he goes, fuck you, asshole. Fuck you. And I'm like, bro. I'm like, it's no big deal. There's just a stop sign there. I just wanted to let you know. And I roll my window back up and he just like sits there and just like looks at me like befuddled. And I look forward. It was as simple as that. I just wanted to let him know that there was something, because he didn't see it. He rode right through it. It was an honest mistake. He approached that immediately with fucking anger and defensiveness, calling me an asshole, flicking me off. I'm like, dude, come on. There's a stop sign there. You didn't see it? That's why I honked at you. There it is. Done. And that was it. That was the end of the conversation. I didn't pull my gun out. I didn't fucking flash. I didn't call him an asshole. I didn't call him a scumbag. That's the way you resolve conflict. You air it out in a calm manner. He made a mistake. I aired it out in a reasonable manner. And he stopped. He was like, he didn't respond, right? Because maybe he didn't have the pride, or maybe he had too much pride in that scenario to respond in a positive way, and like, okay.
He drives a truck, man. That's how
he drives a truck. And his son was in his seat with him. I would assume it was his son. It was a younger male sitting next to him. But yeah, that was all I said. I would hope, oh shit, dude. I would hope the son fucking said something to him like, yeah, you did run that stop sign.
It's like, Pop, calm down. Jeez Louise.
But some people have this crazy road rage, man. It's insane. So I find it much easier to just like stick in my lane. I do my blinkers. I'm what I call a gapper on the road. I like to keep like a car length and a half or two sometimes between the car in front of me.
You're a passive driver versus an aggressive driver.
Defensive driver.
Yeah, defensive.
Well, because I drive a nice car,
I'm passive until provoked.
Oh yeah, I'm very defensive until provoked. Yeah, I won't ever swerve anybody off the road or do anything.
No, absolutely not.
Do anything that would brake check or brake check or put anything in anybody's life or my car in danger. Specifically, my car. Anything that would damage my car, like I'm out.
Yeah.
You know, some guy fucking swerves in front of me and brake checks me. I'm literally just going to slow down until he's so far away from me. And then I'm just going to slowly speed back up until I can't see him anymore. That's pretty much what I do when people road rage at me. Because, you know, I usually drive with a bit of pot in the car. So I don't go like 15 miles over the speed limit like everybody fucking else does. You know, I'll do 10. I'll do 10 over the speed limit on the highway, you know, and I'll sit in the middle lane or I'll sit in the left lane. And then when somebody fucking, oh, dude, let's go on this real quick. People have no lane, what's the word? Consideration?
Awareness?
I don't know. Nicholas, the right lane is, okay, we're on a 3-lane road, okay? The right lane is primarily used for what?
Old people.
Yeah, kind of. Slow vehicles, okay?
Slow vehicles, yes.
The middle lane is used for what?
Semi-trucks.
No, semi-trucks are actually supposed to stay in the right lane.
Why are they all in the middle lanes?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's different by state, right? But I think, you know, when we were playing, or at least when I was playing American Trucker Simulator, you saw those signs that were like, trucks keep right.
Yeah.
You know, over, you know, speed limit 55. Yeah, because the right lane is meant to be the slow lane. So trucks that are moving slow, yeah. The left lane is the passing lane for the trucks and stuff if you're in the right lane or something or you're getting on, right? And the left lane is what?
That's the law breaking lane.
Yes, yes, technically the law. Yes, the fucking fast lane, okay?
Yeah.
If you're in the fast lane, okay, and let's say the car next to you is going 75, you're going 80. You're in the left lane. A car comes up behind you a lot faster than you're going, 85, 90 miles an hour, right? What do?
I speed up until I can get out of their way.
And what? You move over to the middle lane and let them pass?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. That's what you're supposed to do, right? People
but they need to at least understand that, you know, I'm not just going to fucking jerk it into the other lane and run that other car off the road.
Right. You don't pull up behind them and go, flash them with your high beams.
If they did that, I wouldn't fucking move.
Yeah.
If they were going to be a dick about it, I'd be a dick back. Because, you know, we're in 2 separate vehicles. I don't have the opportunity to air it out with them.
That's true. You can't roll down your window and go,
hey, fuck you, man!
Fuck you, dude! Oh, man. Yeah. That's one of the things that pisses me off. I'm like cruising down the road 85 miles an hour and there's a guy going 70 in the fucking fast lane and he just like sits there and like it stays in line with the 3 other cars that are over here. And I'm like, I'm sitting there like, and then like they get to a point where they can get between a gap and like, nope, they just like keep going. They're just sitting there. It's like, okay, well, you could turn over. And if they don't move over after 2 or so minutes, I'll maybe, you know, flash my beams a little bit.
Yep.
Be like, I'm trying to go. And then maybe they'll get over. But some of them will know. Sometimes they'll even slow down, which is crazy to me. It's like I flash you and you like immediately get so aggressive. Yeah, be careful.
Mic check.
Mic check. Nick's got to check his mic so he doesn't fucking break it again. I don't know how long we've been going on the podcast either because now my times are off.
An hour 30 almost.
Oh, that's right because I can just check over here. Yeah. Okay. I'll look at
this. But I think we explained that well enough. You gave some pretty good examples. How did your parents meet, Mason? Do you know?
No idea. Nope.
Okay.
I feel like they told me at some point. I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure my parents met at college. Other than that, I don't know the specifics. Do you want to go ahead and move on to the next one?
Perfect. Do you feel that you have a healthy relationship with social media?
I don't think it's necessary, and I think that a lot of people kind of goes into that mindset of they live to impress others and not really live for themselves. I totally get, you know, like the old people on Facebook just like catching up with one another and posting like family milestones and shit like that. That's understandable, but like, I mean, other than that, if you're truly proud of something, go for it, man. Post it. Show your friends. You know, if you get a new car, you got a new car, and you're proud of it. You know, just go for it. Fucking post it. I don't care. But the people that just like fucking live on social media, I don't prefer to have those people around. And do I personally have a healthy relationship with social media? I keep a really safe distance. I'm below the radar on a lot of shit. You know, I have a Twitter. I don't use it. I have an Instagram. I like get on to see what other people are up to. Snapchat. I don't snap anyone unless they snap me. I don't post anything on my stories. God bless you.
Thank you.
Other than that, I don't really have anything to say about it.
Sorry,
Are you fucking dying? He's having a stroke, guys.
I've been paralyzed by that sneeze.
Oh my goodness, are you okay?
That was a good one though. I almost nut. Sorry. Jeez. Whew. What was the...
Do you have a healthy relationship with social media? No, you do not?
No, I'm just kidding. Yes, I do have a healthy relationship because it's non-existent.
Okay, fair enough.
So I guess yes, the answer is no. Yeah, I don't really use social media. You consider YouTube a social media, I guess?
Not really. That's just I think that's just a platform for creativity. I don't consider it social media.
Yeah, iFunny. Yeah.
iFunny doesn't count.
Yeah, maybe a bit of Reddit. I use a little bit of Reddit. But yeah, it's just to like browse and look at really cute cats and stuff. So
understandable.
No, nothing else. I did also just notice my headphones have been super loud this entire time. So yeah, that might be picked up quite a bit. I'm wondering how that's gonna. Okay, cool. So
you'll have fun with that, I'm sure, in editing.
Yeah, it'll be incredible. Well, it should be fairly consistent because what I'm hearing is what's showing up here, which is what over there. So
you're monitoring it in many different ways.
Sorry, I'm getting off track. Who was your favorite teacher?
Who was my favorite teacher?
I feel like we talked about this before.
I don't think we have. I'm trying to run through all of them at once. College wasn't memorable because I dropped out.
Yeah.
High school, I mean, I guess I would have to say, third grade, Miss Peters. She was like way too nice to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I got two.
Two? Okay.
Yeah, I'd say my favorite like actual teacher, like for just being like the coolest guy, was Coach Tarantino. He was the engineering teacher in high school, and like he did the class where you'd build shit and SolidWorks, 3D printing, which I don't think 3D printing was huge at the time that I was there, but that's some kind of shit that you would do in that kind of class.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Sims. Mr. Sims was my Latin teacher. I know I've talked about him before. He was the one that passed me in high school. So thanks, Mr. Sims. I think he was definitely, yeah.
Do you have an answer for the next one?
Is it my turn? What? Yeah, I think I do. Oh, wait. No, I was looking at the wrong question.
Am I reading it correctly?
Yes. What are your favorite children's names? So it's like what would you name your kid?
My kids?
Yeah, if you had a boy and a girl, what would you name them? How about that?
I don't have girl names. I've only thought of boy names.
Just think of one off the top of your head. What's the boy name at least?
The boy name, I'll give the history behind them as well. I'll try to make it quick. Pleasant Jackson. My dad was going to name me Pleasant, but my mom changed it to Nicholas. But I would have been PJ, if that were to be it, and I really like PJ. So I would name my son Pleasant Jackson. I would also name my son Quentin Scott after both my granddads. And I think Quentin Scott flows really nice. But for girl names, like the first thing that comes to my head is April May. And I know that like that's the flow of the months.
June,
but
July?
April May flows really well. And April May are both girl names. So
yeah,
I think they work well together.
You talking like first name, middle name, or like that was the whole first name?
First name, middle name.
Okay, yeah. I don't ever really think about the first names. For me, yeah, the boy was Quentin. I really like Quentin because I really like Quentin Tarantino. I like all these movies. I think it's a really cool name. We knew a kid in school named Quentin. You remember him?
No.
No. Yeah, and then for girl names, I've always liked Katie. I think Katie's I don't know, it's kind of a basic bitch name, but I think it rings quite nicely.
Yeah.
You know, you could do Kate, Catherine, Katie. You know, it's like
I feel like Katie's always memorable.
Right, it's a memorable name. Yeah, you'd want their kid to have you want your kid to have a memorable name, not something like Bob, Tom.
Yeah, but not like too overly unique. Like
not like
some
Don Quarius or
Don Quarius, Jaquitas,
Shauna Madasha or or Bobby Malone,
Adolf Hitler. You know.
I would name my kid Bobby Malone though. That's a pretty
Bobby
fun...
Malone.
Yeah.
What about
hey,
Tony Bamanaboni?
I'm Bobby Malone. Hey,
Bobby Malone.
My daddy, he named me Bobby Malone. Tommy Halone. Shami Malone. All right, I'm gonna have a stroke.
ShamWow, Megatron.
ShamWow. Buy now. ShamWow. Hey, buy our merch. We don't have any. What do you think you'll be like in old age? Stop, we're so close, dude.
I think I will be very hunchbacked and cranky.
I don't think I'll be cranky. I think I will be fucking stoned 24/7, just vibing,
absolutely out
headphones on at all times. I'm hoping like there'll be like some sort of Black Mirror VR thing. I just put this on my head.
You just constantly listen to music.
I'll be in it at all times, doing so many. I'll just be doing drugs, like recreational league drugs will be available. So I'll just be like, you know, testing it. Let me try this one. Oh. You know, that's a good one. Let me try that one. Oh yeah, there we go. So I'll just be trying them out. Yeah, there'll be a bar you can go to. It's like,
I couldn't imagine hitting something so strong for it to instantaneously hit me like that.
That'd be like nitrous or something, bro. Or like that'd be like whippets. You ever done whippets?
Oh, I've never done whippets.
You can do I'm not gonna explain how you can do whippets easily at home, but Uh-oh, something just happened behind me. It involves
TV flickered.
Yeah, something. It involves a balloon and a can of whipped cream. So basically, that's all you really need. And you could do because you don't want to do it straight; you'll freeze your brain. But it's straight up CO2, or I think is what it is, or something like that. And you just inhale it basically, and it. Dude, it's going nuts over there. I don't like that. And
ignore it.
Yeah, I'm gonna ignore it. You're right. But it just cuts off like oxygen to your brain or something, so you feel like you're floating almost immediately for like a solid second. But it kills the shit out of brain cells. So yeah, Steve-O was big into whippets, but he seems okay. So.
He seems okay. His constant drive to hurt himself as entertainment.
I think but I think financially, and I think he's been great. He's kicked all the drugs. He's fully sober now, so. You know, I think he's pretty smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
For what he's done. But yeah, I think I'd just be doing drugs, just enjoying life, man. I think once I get to the point where like I've met a nice wife, I've had kids, I've got a family, I've got a legacy, you know, I buy a nice place and I've got enough money that I don't need to worry about it. Yeah, that's where I want to be. If I could flip a switch like that and be there, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't actually want to do that. That'd be really, really sad, but
reminds me of Click with Adam Sandler.
Oh, what a fucking like out of nowhere sad movie. Yeah,
heart-wrenching.
Total like hilarious comedy up until that point.
Yep. How about this? Is there a time when I made you feel particularly well supported?
Yeah, I think like every day. I don't know particularly. I can't think of something particularly that you did that was like there is. I think it was the time that I had most recently. I think it was the time that I had that really bad trip, and you came over. Yeah, and that made me feel. That was like, yeah, Nick's a really good friend. He really is, because you came just in the middle of your day. You were probably doing something. Were you doing something? Should we go into this? So let's talk about this real quick. I had a really bad trip. I was home alone. I was, doing psychedelics, and I had a really bad trip. And I called my sister and was panicking, and I asked her if she could come, and she was like, let me call Nick and see what he's doing. And then, bam, what were you doing when you got that call?
I'm pretty sure I was on my way home from Walmart. I just got done grocery shopping, and your sister called me like as I was pulling into my neighborhood. And I was talking to her while I was like unloading the car and putting groceries away, and then we did that conference call shit, and I like drove straight over there. I didn't have anything planned for the rest of the day because I think it was like a Saturday or some shit, and you were home alone anyway, so I just spent the night with you.
Yeah.
I didn't have like major plans, but I still, I probably would have cleaned or some fucking shit. I don't know.
Yeah, it was nice because like I was having all these like horrible experience. Like it was terrible. It was awful.
All because I
It's it's like as soon as you walked through the door, it all just like went away, And I saw like all these like really I still had like scary hallucinations, but just like the fear of panic that I had to tackle this alone, Yeah, that was instant relief when you walked through that front door. I remember like you hung up and said like I'm here, and then like you hung up like I'll be there in a sec or whatever, and then like the time from you hanging up to walking through the door felt like a million years. I mean, honestly, to when you finally opened that door, it was like I had been waiting there for 10,000 years.
So initially I wasn't like pissed off. I was like slightly annoyed because I probably would have played games. I would have been slightly productive. I would have done something else other than spend time with you. But I knew you like, that's some tough shit. I haven't experienced it myself. Thank God. And I hope I don't, but it'll probably happen someday. It's just that I remember.
It's humbling.
I remember texting your sister while we were on the conference call because I didn't want to say it in front of you because, like, I didn't know how fucked up the situation was. I just texted her and I was like, is this dumbass going to be able to unlock the door when I get there?
Yeah, fair enough. I was in a pretty vulnerable state at that point. I mean, that was me pretty deep, It wasn't the worst trip I had ever had, but yeah, or at least the worst. Yeah, I don't know. Just I guess it was the worst trip I'd ever had, just because it was entirely, like the entire trip was just kind of rough. Like even though you showing up and us just like watching TV or whatever the fuck we did.
Yeah, you still had to deal with it.
I still had to deal with like the visions, and just going to the bathroom was scary. I didn't want to look in the mirror, and it was just all. I didn't want anything to break my reality again. So. That was, I guess, then. What about you? What was there a particular time that you felt particularly supported by me and or my hands and or lap?
There was like 2 or 3 times where I just had like really tough weeks, and you just offered to hang out and smoke me out. We just watched shows and just passed out in your living room. It's simple shit like that, man.
It's always fun. Always fun just getting smoked.
The ability to just like call you out of the blue and vent. Just simple shit like that. That's all it really is. Nothing, like you said, nothing particular.
Yeah, that's just somebody that everybody needs.
Genuine friendship normalities, pretty much.
Yeah, everybody needs somebody to talk to. I know we talked about it in like some of the earlier episodes, but anybody who, if you don't have a friend, somebody close enough to you that you feel like you can disclose basically anything to, come to with any problem, you should definitely talk about, think about maybe attending some therapy, yes, because having 100%. Somebody to just talk to and just somebody, especially somebody outside of your situation, again, I'll say, to help you with it is tremendously helpful. It's you can't really compare, and it's not going to be perfect, and it never is, and it's going to feel super uncomfortable every time until you get normal or not normal, but like comfortable with this person, like feeling that therapy is normal, because a lot of people don't think it is, but it shouldn't be. There shouldn't be so much hate around it or whatever. Stigmatism. Is that the word that you should use in that?
I don't think so.
Sounds like I think that's an eye problem.
Yes, that is an eye problem.
But yeah, I would definitely recommend anybody who's pondering with the idea of therapy to go do it, because sometimes having somebody to talk to is exactly what you need. And I thank you as well for being somebody. I don't think I've ever really reached out to you with like that big of an issue that I really just needed somebody to talk to, but it's more of like when you call somebody and just having somebody there to vent to.
Yeah. You've been more of a venter than let me ask your personal opinion on this.
Because I like to tackle most of my decisions in my life with my own emotions. I feel like every man should be able to tackle his own decisions. I'm not saying that it's wrong to get help, but me personally, with some of the decisions that I want to tackle, I feel like those internal battles are victories that I need to win, and they just feel a little bit sweeter when you do them by yourself.
That's understandable. I do that sometimes, but I have the issue of second guessing myself a lot. So when I get that other perspective, it really helps me.
Of course,
narrow down a feeling that I'm not really sure on, or just the ability to make a better decision overall. Because that's what friendship, family, shit like that is about. It's trust. Back to that question we answered a couple episodes ago, where do you have a role model? And I kind of said you. It kind of got a little gay, but I don't necessarily have a singular role model. It's more of a lot of people that it's different. How do I want to word this? Different perspectives that I respect. I like to compile answers, go through my options, and then make a valid decision based off what a lot of people in my life say, because they either know me really well or they're smart enough to know that I want to make the right decision, and I'll trust the decision they're making, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, it makes total sense, yeah.
Who goes next?
I don't remember. And I don't even remember which one we're on. We're close. Oh, yeah. This is a good one. Hey, I like this one. Nicholas. It might be me. I don't remember. How can I be a better friend to you?
Sending nudes.
I can do that.
No, I really, I don't know, because I don't really have complaints. Is that okay to say?
I guess. I mean, should be a good thing.
You're just a swell all around fella.
Hey, thanks, babe.
Mason, how can I be a better friend to you?
Man, well,
I don't care.
What happened there? Did you DC?
I did that on purpose. It was supposed to be haha.
Well, your webcam's not back, so now it's just like.
Are you sure my webcam's not back?
I can't see it. Oh, wait, now it's back. I had to click over to it. Very funny, Nicholas. Very funny.
Well, you're welcome.
I panicked there for a second. Look, I'm breaking the immersion again by putting my mouse over there, and it literally says in the top left-hand corner, "Imagine suicide."
Well, that's my Discord username, because I like Suicide Boys, and it's that simple.
Okay, let's. How
can I be a better friend to you?
Let's finish this. I mean, that's pretty much the same answer. I don't.
Fuck you. I know I'm not awesome.
I mean, you're not awesome, but I like you the way you are, so I don't care. I don't.
Them's fucking words right there.
No, I mean, everybody's got their flaws. Nobody's perfect. It's as simple as that. I mean, why? What?
I just tend to not focus on flaws for the most part, especially if I feel like I'm already close with somebody.
You shouldn't, but yeah, you shouldn't focus on them, but you definitely shouldn't be blind to them. Let's clarify that.
Yeah, of course. Notice red flags. Don't hurt yourself, but at the same time, there's a certain level of trust that goes into a friendship. Like we've already talked about a couple times, including like recently within the last, 30 fucking minutes, but just fucking. I'm struggling. Next question.
Next question, and the final question. Wait, you asked me, yeah?
Yep. What does friendship mean to you, Mason?
We've
already answered this like 8 fucking times.
Yes, we have. Yeah, I think just somebody who's there for you when you need them. Somebody who appreciates you for who you are. And somebody that you care for. Yeah, I think that's what friendship is. You should care for somebody. You should appreciate them for who they are. And you should be there for them when they need you. I think those are like big key 3 things to being a good friend. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
That's the same answer, man. That's like it's common
Control
sense.
Z.
Common sense.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Control Z.
That's undo.
I still.
You mean Control V? Paste? Sweetheart. Sweet.
What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. Listen. It's I'm ready to go night. I gotta go shooting tomorrow. We gotta go shooting tomorrow.
I have to go to work tomorrow. All right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so we're gonna end it. Wait, should we end it? How long have we been going? My time sense it's an hour and 50 minutes. I kind of wanted
mine's an hour and 50.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good for any closing topics. I don't know. Maybe I should say like real quick that if anybody's feeling stressed or is struggling and you don't want to pay for therapy or you don't want to talk to somebody face to face, leave us a comment, send us a message. You can visit our website at anxietypool.com and you can send us a question or your issue, and we'd be happy to tackle it. You can stay entirely anonymous if you want. You can disclose that to us if you want to, but we're happy to help you and talk about your issues if our opinions are some that you respect. There you go.
Nice.
Cool beans.
Can I say something real quick?
Of course.
No.
Thank you everybody for listening. No, of course.
I wouldn't have cared if you cut it off.
Yeah, no,
that would have been funny.
Go ahead.
To some of our constant listeners, if you want me to look into something and research it ahead of time, if it's a topic you want us to talk about, make it known. Don't just fucking like tell me out of the blue, like during a phone call or an in-person conversation. I'll forget instantaneously. Fucking text me, send me an email, contact us through the website, leave us a voicemail, do something so I can remember. For God's sake, please.
Damn, this is beef, huh?
Yeah, kind of low key, but not really.
Low key beef.
Low key beef. Slow boiled.
Slow boiled.
Slow cooked, slow roasted, slow. What is it? Like when you do barbecue? What is that?
Slow. I don't know.
What's the term?
Well, there's a different terms. You could like slow broil, and you could like slow smoke.
Smoke.
I think you
yeah,
just like
smoky.
smoke it slow. You just smoke it slow.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And then I would like to say sorry to everybody on YouTube who is now, watching, for those that were waiting for this episode, because I was really fucking lacking on the video podcast. So apologies, but we're getting some help on that. So we're gonna be good. We're gonna be golden. We're gonna have this all ready and uploaded when it comes. But let's an hour and 53. Let's close it off. Oh shit.
Woo!
Thank you everybody for watching the very
clap sync. Very obvious clap sync.
Okay, stop. Thank you everybody for watching and watching the very first episode of the video podcast, and thank you everybody for listening to episode 10 of Anxiety Pool. We really appreciate it. Everybody who listens, we love you all. And definitely hit us up, anxietypool .com, anxietypool.com. Thank you. Goodbye.
Adios.
Goodbye.
Have a good week. That's what's important.
Okay, yeah. Okay, bye.